Today's gonna be a little bit different, I suppose. I want to talk about tech stuff, but I also want to take you on a little bit of a journey. It's Tuesday, which means it's Tech Tuesday. Roll the intro. We're driving to this little point down at the bottom of Australia. The Melbourne port's right there, and so all the ships when they leave are gonna go off this little tiny passageway. And one of the ships is the Pacific Eden, which we will be on very soon. And I'm gonna fly the drone. Let's just get there. So by now you're going, okay, what's the point of this tech video? How is this tech related? It's not necessarily just about opening boxes and trying out things. I also want to talk about experiences with tech. So I want to do the 5 most common questions asked to me while flying the drone. So you always get asked, what happens when you lose signal? Sometimes I lose it and then I'll hit the home button and it comes back to me. It's got a GPS location and it will return back to the spot. Now if you're on a boat flying the drone and it wants to return home, it's gonna return to the spot you launched it from. So you can't really rely on that. People always ask, how high does that thing go? Legally, it goes up to 120 meters. You can actually make it go up to 400 meters. There's actually a way to go up to that 400 meters without being illegal. So if you're flying up to a mountain, as long as you're not over 120 meters in the open air above that mountain, then you're okay. So you can fly it up really high. Have you ever crashed it? Unfortunately, yes. When I was flying in the Blue Mountains and I was backing away from a waterfall, thinking that it was an open canyon, but nope. Crashed it really hard. Actually, you can see that video right here. It's pretty funny. I recorded the whole process of trying to find the drone, not knowing if I was gonna find it or not. So you have to check that one out. It's one of my favorites. It's hers too. So the second most common question is, what is the battery life on that? It really depends on the drone. Phantom 4 goes about 24, 25 minutes in the air. The Mavic Air battery, which is a lot lighter and a lot smaller, what does it go, like 20 minutes or so? I've never really noticed. I mean, usually by the time it gets to that point, I've flown it enough for the shot that I want to get. Like, you don't want to just stick around in the same area for 20 minutes. It gets really boring for your audience. Yeah, and as soon as it gets low enough, and if you're far enough away, it knows how much battery power it needs to come back. I've gotten really close to landing it in water. It was like my last battery, and I was somewhere really cool in Western Australia. I flew it out once, and it was a great flight, and then I brought it back realizing I didn't hit record. So I put it out there with like 15% battery, flew it out for just a little bit, and then brought it back, and it literally landed in the sand like without, I couldn't even land it. It just like went down in the sand, and it was a soft landing, but yeah, that was funny. And last but not least, if you're a drone pilot, you know that this is going to be the question that people always ask. It's always...
So what's the range on that thing?
Oh, the range. What's the range on that thing?
What's the range on that thing?
And it doesn't matter where they're from. They always say it with a southern accent, I swear.
Range on that thing?
What kind of range does that thing get? It's always the same. Depends on the drone. The bigger drones can go further. I've taken mine out about 4 kilometers, I think is the furthest I've ever taken it out. If it goes out of range, it turns around and comes back to the home point. I mean, as soon as it turns around and starts heading back that way, it gets back in range so you can fly it again and stuff. So pretty sophisticated stuff, guys. By the way, that guy was really nice, and he also informed us that the Eden, if it leaves at 4, probably doesn't show up here till 7 o'clock. So it's 5 o'clock now. Yeah. So we got through the top 5 questions asked very quickly, and yeah. If you're still here watching, I mean, you're a trooper, and you should probably hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button, and comment on anything that you would like to see in the future. Yeah. Oh my gosh, those waves are so cool. right, just an update. It's 6:30. So we see the Eden actually in the distance. I mean, like really far away. We literally drove an hour and a half to get here, so we're not gonna leave empty-handed, that's for sure. So it's about 7 o'clock. The ship's not quite close. That's the ship. It's just a lot of effort. We could have been doing a lot of other things today.
I know.
Well, we'll see what happens. Fill you in when it gets closer. All right, it's 7:30, and it's getting a little bit closer. We decided to head back to the lighthouse. It's slowly approaching. Hope you guys appreciate all the effort we put into these videos. I know I don't. So here comes the Eden, but now it's too dark to legally fly it, so yeah. That was a very long tech video that had very little to do about tech, except for it's getting dark, so hold on. All right, that's better. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I have no idea how long this was, but it was a very long and uneventful day. But happy Tech Tuesday. See ya! I had a message on here. I've never seen it before. And it literally said, it was like in the red, it said, may fail. I'm like, just for a second, I'm like, that seems like an odd message to have. Thanks for stopping by, and if you're not a subscriber, literally just hit that subscribe button and click the little bell next to it, and you can watch all the cool stuff coming out next. Also, check out the video when I got my first drone.